Hi folks, so back with another video for the start of season 2 here in the 5 league challenge that we're doing. We've got Institute just about to get involved in the Irish Premier League here, and in other news we've actually got into Europe through winning the Irish Cup. So there's going to be a few talking points, a few good games to look at in the first part of the season here. So I'm just going to go over players I've brought in for this season. Got John Walker here from Hamilton, can play either wing, decent enough. Lee Hines coming in as a striker, he's going to be decent. Martin Cameron, another striker. Paul Howe, young goalkeeper I've brought in here, just needed a goalkeeper basically. And I've got Jim Calder, who I've signed as a player assistant manager, half decent goalkeeper, although there'll be issues over the stamina there. Neil Tarrant, a young striker from Aston Villa. Stevie Tosh on a free transfer, he'll be decent. Bobby Mann, going to slot him in to the centre back role. Leon Kelly, another good striker with decent finishing pace, he's looking good there stat wise. And Jamie Victory here for my left wing slot, and he will be decent. He's got quality stats there. So I've got a full squad of players, and I've came in here because I'm just going to show you the draw for the Uefa Cup qualifying round. We'll see who we get. Looks like we're going to be quite far into the draw. We have got Dak Dunajka Streda, who are from Slovakia and look shit. So that's a not bad draw. So I've kind of done my business early transfer wise. I've got a team which I think's definitely going to be solid enough to win this league, and then we can try and start applying for jobs in Scotland. We've got a Charity Shield game coming up against Linfield, then we've got that European game, so this should be a pretty interesting wee playthrough for August. I've only got one Premier League game. I'm an assistant manager that I had last year, he retired, so that's left me with Calder, and I've got this guy still coaching the goalies, Simon Davey, young coach that I brought in, and there's my fitness coach. So there's enough there for this size of club, but as you can see, awful facilities, small stadium, and finances looking okay. I've got a few kind of unhappy that, never mind. So what I'm doing is I was out of options for backup attacking midfielder. So what I've done, because there was a few strikers that I was able to bring in, training Monty there to be an attacking midfielder, and he'll then be my backup for Adolfo in that position. Because he's 22, shouldn't take long. And then I'm going to get my players registered for Europe. Yeah. So yeah, won't be too much transfer activity if we get through to the first round of the Uefa Cup. I'm going to start with Calder in goals here. He is 42, but his stats are so much better than the other ones I've got. It's been really hard to get a decent goalie in here. And then we're going to have Sharp, Mann, and Atmo Decoro, I think it is you pronounce it. Yeah, that's fine. And then central midfield, we I'll go with Augustin Tosh. Oh, that's the wingers next, sorry, so it'll be Walker. Victory and Walker. Then Augustin Tosh, Adolfo, and my two strikers. It'll be Tarrant and Hines. And then I'm looking for a bit of versatility on the bench, so that'll do me there. Yeah, ready to go with that. So Charity Shield for the first game of the season. And it's Linfield again. So it's going to be pretty congested fixture wise if we do get past this first team in the Uefa Cup. But it's quite mental actually to think I didn't have any notion of being in Europe anytime soon when I started this game. But if you do get that sneaky cup win, that's what you get for it. Make a wee change or two here. We've got the Charity Shield in the bag there. So cracking way to kick off this second season. A trophy straight away. And that should be good for boosting my manager stats. Yeah, so I'm up to 300th in the world from way out at 900 there. And then we're going to get the European campaign underway just shortly. I'm not going to pronounce that team again, but we'll call them DAC. So it's totaling on quantity with these, because they don't even have players that are like really in the game. Couldn't see any other players to buy or anything like that. But that's not good. Sending off for Bobby Mann. And another one. Wow, down to 9 men here, folks. I've never seen this before. So it looks like the AI doesn't want us to get through this European tie. red cards, I can't believe that. Are we going to actually hold on though? Oh, we got a goal. Wow, down to 9 men and still got that second away goal, so can I take that, but the red cards are going to be very annoying for suspensions for the next game. See what they were for. A push and a shove, which is the same thing, isn't it? So it's a warning apiece for these guys. And Jamie Victory straight away though, man of the match. So picked him up for 14k. And 42-year-old goalkeeper actually had a decent match. So yes, could be just another kind of nutty season just from a random, unexplored point of view. Yeah, let him go for that. So, Premier League debut next. But yeah, really happy with the players that I've managed to bring in. It's actually a decent enough team. And what I'm hoping for is if I can get by the Slovakian team and actually draw a big club in the Uefa Cup, then we might get some decent gate receipts for the away game. For a bit of extra cash. I think Linfield aside, we're probably going to have too much for most of the teams again. And we'll try and get this league in the bag. Another red card. What is going on here? Yeah. Discipline cases. It's a good win though for the debut game in the Premier League. Again, an irritation of a red card. That's 3 red cards in 2 games. It's looking good with the strikers there. Lee Hines with a wee man of the match performance. And so yeah, we've got 2 suspensions for this game. We do have that 2-1 lead. So we've kind of got 1 foot in the next round here, and we just need to kind of get the first goal. And we'll pop Kelly in for his debut there. Let's see how we go. Darren pops up. Looking good here so far. And there it is, that puts it to bed. So we've won in the Uefa Cup qualifying. Well, we're going to get through anyway, I should say, in the Uefa Cup qualifying round. Unless these cats get 2 goals. I maybe spoke too soon, have I? No. We're in control there. Perfect. So we've made it through that first round. But who will we get in the first round proper? Let's see if I can possibly bring in another goalkeeper actually, because I've still got 1 registration option for. Nah, there's nobody there. That's the thing, it's been like a total nightmare just trying to get a goalkeeper. So I've ended up with a 42-year-old Jim Calder. So just waiting on this draw for the UEFA Cup, and then I'll probably stop this video here, but it's a good start to the season, although I've only played 1 league game. We've won the Charity Shield, and we've got to the UEFA Cup first round. Oh yeah, don't do the draw until after this Intertoto Cup, because the winners of those go into it. So here we go. Kind of just want to draw a big team for the gate receipts on the away game. There's some big sides in there. Liverpool, Chelsea, Inter Milan. Wow. We're going to be right at the end here. Fenerbahce. What have they got for a stadium? 32,000. So yeah, we did get a big club. Do you know what? I'll just keep the video rolling through the Fenerbahce games, because that's a novelty, isn't it? And we can get Heinz back in here. There we go. So it's League Cup group, first game. Yeah, I didn't think we'd see Institute against Fenerbahce in the second season, but it's random shit, isn't it? So we are defending champions of this League Cup. And it's a good wee start to get off to there. Good start to the season for Tarrant. Yeah, so still completely unbeaten in domestic games across both seasons so far. Don't really give us much of a prayer against Fenerbahce, but it'll be interesting to watch. And it's a away game first, so I'm going to keep an eye on the finances to see what we get from that game. So we're sitting at 590,000 in the bank at the moment, and I'll check it again once we've played Fenerbahce just to see what impact that is, because I think you get a share of the gate receipts in the European competitions. And if they ever sell out 35,000, that'll be a few bob. Once we've dealt with Cliftonville here. So it looks like Adolfo's needing the rest there. Inspired substitution then, with Owusu getting the goal. So yeah, pretty decent bunch of wee players. Looks like we'll be competing with Linfield, although we've got 3 games in hand because of the European run so far. But another good win there, so 2 for 2 in the Irish League Premier Division. And here comes possibly the most random game I think I've ever played on Champ Manager. And I've played a fair bit of this game, but yeah, this is definitely the most random thing, most random game. I'm going to pop my Dutch defender back in for Helder Rosario there. Although he didn't start the season off well. Yeah, I think maybe we'll stick with Helder there. So here we go. What a random game. Institute, the unheralded Irish First Division team, versus European giant Fenerbahce. God knows what's going to happen here, but I think we're going to get turned over. Yeah, Fenerbahce first goal. Try another striker in the second half. And OMG, we've sneaked an away goal here through Steve Tosh. It's 2-1 now, Fenerbahce. I mean, they've obviously got so much more talent than we'll have. I'd imagine they've got a few really good players. 20,000 at the game. So 2-1 isn't an absolute disaster. We didn't get hammered. Leaves us at least a chance in the home game. I'm just going to see. Yeah, that brought in like 300,000. So a couple of league games and then we'll wrap up the video with Fenerbahce. This has been a bit of a longer video, but it's just there was so many kind of interesting games to play through there. So Glentoran in the league. So in one up at half time. Looks like they're in pretty good nick, so hopefully get a second goal here. And there it is for Lee Hines. And the tendencies have went up a fair bit. Well, it was pretty much a sellout then that game, 1,487. I think it's only a 1,500 capacity. So there's room for 13 people there. That's pretty good then. Their wages aren't much higher than they were last year. Another good win in the league then. We're going to be playing catch up though with Linfield though, because they've played 5 and they're still unbeaten. That's pretty good though, because Glentoran's up there. Good to get a win over them. And Glenavon now. Tarrant gets equaliser. So again, 1 up at half time. Yeah, could probably rest a couple of players here. Bobby Mann, Augustin. Victory will be the captain. And Stevie Tosh hopefully makes that one safe, although there's a goal pulled back there. Don't want to be dropping points anytime soon, because looks like Linfield are going to be contending with us. It looks like we're going to be close to sellouts at every home game, which is partly because we've got such a small stadium. So there we go. So be moving on to Fenerbahce at home now. And like I say, when the first leg wasn't a disaster at all, I didn't necessarily expect to get anything for that game, to be fair. So let's see if we can snatch a goal and make this interesting early on. Wow, so the captain's struck a goal, but there we go, that's cancelled out the away goal. Didn't last for long, that one. If Fenerbahce score again, that's it, you would think. And that's it, yeah. Don't see any way back for that, but again, as long as we don't get hammered. Yeah, we'd literally need to score 3 goals now. And this is a smaller attendance than the game against Glenavon. That makes sense. That's finishing 3-1. So there you go. Gubbed by Fenerbahce, but to be fair, that's probably what should have happened. Yeah, so that was a bit of a wacky start to the season for Institute in the second season here. So what I'll do is I'll come back for the next video when we're a bit deeper into the season, maybe for once the League Cup's heating up a bit there, and then we'll catch up. So thanks for watching, folks. That was probably the most random Champ Manager video or season I've ever kind of started off there, taking those Irish minnows through into the Uefa Cup first round against a legend of those competitions, really, in Fenerbahce. So pretty cool. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers.